When Sami Khedira retires and looks back at his career, I think he will be very satisfied. 7 league titles in 3 different countries. He won the Champions League, he won the FIFA World Cup, and has got likes of Real Madrid and Juventus on his CV. A very successful career on the paper nonetheless. But if you look on the pitch, there are some gaping holes. Sami Khedira has not been able to replicate the form that he showed in the 2010 World Cup when he dominated the midfield along with Bastian Schweinsteiger. That performance in South Africa earned Sami Khedira a transfer to Real Madrid, where he outdid Real Madrid's icon Guti Hernandez. At Madrid, Sami Khedira was expected to play in a double pivot with Xabi Alonso, with Mesut Ozil playing right in front of them. With Sami Khedira's physical attributes and Xabi Alonso's impeccable passing, this was supposed to be the partnership for the ages. In Sami Khedira's first season at Real Madrid set a points record of 100 in a league season as they won their first league title since 2008. Sami Khedira that season was a prominent figure in the midfield area. He would do all the dirty work that Xabi Alonso's aging legs just couldn't. He would provide the aerial presence that the Real Madrid's midfield was lacking. The point I'm trying to make is Sami Khedira was very good. Then the year 2013 came along. Sami Khedira went into a 1v1 with Andrea Pirlo, and then the two collided. That collision left Sami Khedira on the ground, and at that very moment, Khedira had injured his ACL tendons. Sami Khedira was expected to miss the rest of the season, but he couldn't afford to do so. Khedira had to meet a deadline, or else his dreams of playing in the World Cup in Brazil would have been over. Of course, that did not happen. Sami Khedira rushed himself back and was fit enough to play the 2014 World Cup, a World Cup that he won. But the layoff that he had due to that injury is what has caused a downward spiral in his career. So welcome to UW Football, and today we will be talking about what happened to Sami Khedira. The summer of 2013 had seen Jose Mourinho leave Real Madrid and Carlo Ancelotti come in. Carlo Ancelotti wanted to play a 4-3-3 system, that's why he signed Assia Yaramendi and Isco, and with Luka Modric now settled in, Sami Khedira had a task on his hands. He had to perform or else he would lose his starting spot. But the reality is, Sami Khedira never really got a chance there. He injured himself, the injury that I mentioned earlier, and just like that, Sami Khedira was ousted from the Real Madrid starting 11. Sami Khedira later talked about this in an interview. I began the season on the bench, and once again I've been made a scapegoat. They don't value me. Even when I play well, I'm not Spanish. I did not cost a lot, and I'm a disciple of Jose Mourinho. All of these signs showed that Sami Khedira never really had a career at Real Madrid post Jose Mourinho, but in 2013-14 season, he did win the golden ticket. Xabi Alonso got himself suspended for the final, then Carlo Ancelotti had a decision to make. He had one position to fill and 2 players available. Ancelotti had to pick between an inexperienced Assia Yaramendi or Sami Khedira. It was Sami Khedira who got the nod. Sami Khedira played well in the final, and many believe it was his physical presence that held off Atletico Madrid's midfield. Of course, some might disagree. Regardless to say, Khedira won the Champions League title there, then went over to Brazil, played in the 2014 World Cup, a tournament that he won. A great couple of months for Sami Khedira, but once he came back from Brazil, it was clear as day, he was done here. Real Madrid in that summer signed James Rodriguez and Toni Kroos. Carlo Ancelotti wanted technique and flair in his side, and Sami Khedira just did not have that. Sami Khedira featured only 11 times that season, and whenever he played, he just couldn't match the technique of Toni Kroos, Isco and Luka Modric. And with his contract running out, it was clear for us all to see that Sami Khedira was done at Real Madrid. So in the summer of 2015, Sami Khedira made a free transfer over to Juventus. His task there was to replace Arturo Vidal, and in his early days, he did well there, especially in his first 3 seasons. Sami Khedira had slowed down a little bit, but playing for Juventus in a much lower league helped him massively. Khedira was now scoring, which was something that we had never seen from him. Along with that, he was also complimenting Pjanic the same way he was complimenting Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid. And like Mesut Ozil at Real Madrid, Paulo Dybala had a free role at Juventus. Paulo Dybala was playing his best football for Juventus when he had Sami Khedira behind him. But like Real Madrid's team in 2014, this Juventus side was now transitioning, so Sami Khedira once again hit a roadblock. The 2018-19 season was just a disaster for Sami Khedira. Juventus had just signed Emre Can, who was supposed to be competing with him. And on top of that, Sami Khedira had a muscle injury, an ankle injury, a heart issue, and then injured his knee, which pretty much ended his season there. All of these issues for Sami Khedira had opened the door for Emre Can, but he did not grab this opportunity. So when in 2019, a new manager in Maurizio Sarri came, Sami Khedira once again had a chance to revive his Juventus career. Early signs under Sarri were good for him. Sami Khedira featured prominently in the first half of the season, but then in December, he once again got injured. And well, since then, Sami Khedira has not featured for the old lady. And now with Arthur Melo coming in, Ben Turco settled in, and with Khedira entering into final 12 months of his contract, don't be surprised if he's on the move again the next summer. That is, if he lasts that long, because there are rumors going around that Juventus want to cut him out right now. Injuries, managerial changes, and being a misfit for some managers meant that Sami was never able to have a career on the pitch that many had hoped for him. Now 33, it's really hard for me to see if Sami Khedira will ever be a dominant figure in world football again. So yeah, this was the video on what happened to Sami Khedira. Like, subscribe, have a good day, and I will see you very soon.